Welcome to Sportsballers, episode 4.
Hey,
What's up, Brittany?
Been a while.
It's been a long time.
Yes, but we're back. We're back.
A lot has happened in this time. A lot we can go through.
Plenty of material to go through.
Where do you want to get started?
Let's start with a bright spot. I'm excited for college basketball to start the next couple weeks.
Yes.
This week, a lot of teams had their inaugural season kickoffs or whatever celebrations. Namely, Carolina had theirs last night, Late Night with Roy, 2016.
I gotta watch that at some point.
Yes, you do, because our freshmen. I'm so excited for our freshmen. Yes. They look great. They looked great last night in the scrimmage game. I've been super excited since I found out that Seventh Woods signed with us, so I'm through the roof excited. If you haven't been able to tell, we are both Carolina fans. Go Tar Heels.
Yes.
Tar Heels above everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So especially you definitely have. Of course. So you definitely have to check that out from last night. Yes.
Did Seventh dunk on somebody yet?
During the warm-ups. And it was like, whoa. I can't wait to see this in a game. Our freshmen look great. Kennedy Meeks looks great. He continues to improve every single season. Remember him as a freshman?
Yeah. I mean, completely different.
Whoa. He looks great.
That's awesome.
He's drastically improved. So I'm very excited for the season. What other teams are you interested in this season?
Well, unfortunately, we know that Duke's going to be around at some point. That's fine.
I'm just hoping that what shoots them in the foot every year will shoot them in the foot this year. Live by the 3, die by the 3.
Yep. So,
because they come in these 3-point shooting machines.
They're like robots.
Every year. What is Coach K? What are you feeding your players? What are you where are you finding these? They're robots. They don't miss.
1 through 5 shooting threes.
But again, it shoots them in the foot every year. Live by the 3, die by the 3.
Mm-hmm.
When you get a team that wants to play physically all game long, and all you can do is shoot threes, you can't handle it.
Nope.
So that is what I'm banking on this year.
Hopefully.
I'm banking on it. I can't wait. I believe we play. I'm trying to remember when we played Duke the first time. I don't remember. I think it's in December, something like that. November or December, something like that. And I will be, of course, in a Carolina sweatshirt and blocking Duke haters. Blocking Carolina haters.
Carolina haters, exactly.
Duke lovers and Duke lovers, blocking them all. Any other teams you're interested in?
It's tough. After last year, it's hard to know who's for real anymore. The amount of upsets that happened in this tournament last year were just absolutely ridiculous.
But isn't that what makes March Madness great?
It really it's the best part about it.
We all make, and I'm guilty of it too. I make a couple brackets. I make 2, 3 brackets. And last year I was so excited to make a bracket because normally I make a dream bracket, I wish this would happen.
Yeah.
And then I make a realistic bracket.
Right.
But both of my brackets were kind of similar because I was a Carolina wins it all bracket could have happened last year.
It could have.
Really could have happened. And I was very excited last year. So I'm hoping this year the same thing will happen, except Carolina will take it all this year. We got super close last year.
Freaking Villanova.
I know. And the hater in me wanted to really hate on Nova, but I couldn't.
I can't.
I couldn't.
I mean, Charles Barkley too over here dropping game-winning threes on us. Come on.
Like I couldn't. Like they played. Like
they have heart. They have heart.
Yeah.
They.
So
yeah.
So Nova, that is as close to a congratulations as you will get from me. But if we meet again this tournament, we're ready.
Mm-hmm.
We're ready. It won't happen again.
Nope.
We're ready. One team that I'm always kind of entertained by, even though I haven't really looked to see who they recruited this year yet, Indiana.
Yeah.
I'm always very entertained by IU.
We have a certain friend that's a pretty big IU fan.
Ugh.
One Ray Ross. So he'll be very happy about that.
I mean, he doesn't know any better. It's only because he's from there. Like, so okay, I give you that. You're from Indiana, so you gotta be loyal. But I guess, I mean, sure, if you have to. But I mean, I'm always entertained by them. They play good basketball. They make me want to watch their games. But cheer for them, that's a whole nother thing.
Exactly. He's been recruiting some pretty interesting players. Tom Crean over there. I mean, the past Yogi Ferrell and Victor Oladipo, and there's another Nigerian on their team now that played pretty well last year. I think he was a freshman last year or something like that. And yeah, it just seems like he knows that West Africa is where to go. Good player.
Well, I mean, he might be up to something. Maybe other coaches will start to catch on.
I mean, happened in football, so hopefully.
I mean, yeah, other coaches will start to catch on, and then we just have to pray that they don't end up like what's his face from they say there's some African in him.
Oh.
So hopefully they know how to treat their African players. Don't talk about them behind their backs.
Right.
And they get publicized. So hopefully they get treated a little better.
I hope so. I hope so. Tom Cruise seems like a nice guy, right? Hopefully.
Let's cross our fingers. I think that's pretty much it for college basketball right now.
Yeah.
Until we see some scrimmage games, until we see some see how a lot of these freshmen look.
Yep.
What about the NBA? NBA. So we're in preseason right now. Yep. I believe, when does the season start? The 25th, 26th? Something like that?
So. Yeah.
So we're about 2 weeks away. About something like that. But yeah, preseason can sometimes be a good indicator of what the season's going to look like. But a lot of course, the star players not really bothered with preseason.
Right.
Because why would they be? So the Knicks fans. So I watched the Knicks' first preseason game.
Yep.
And I watched it with social media. And it did not disappoint, of course, because Knicks fans are some of the most delusional people I've ever met or seen. Because you couldn't tell them that this was not the finals game 7. Like, they are like the most delusional people. Like, why are you happy during a preseason game like this? It does not count.
I think watching a Knicks game with Knicks Twitter, I think, is like one of the top 5 experiences on Twitter.
Like, if you're ever in a bad mood, watch a Knicks game with Knicks Twitter. If you're ever in a bad mood. No, if you're ever in a bad mood, watch a Knicks game with Knicks Twitter. I think when they're winning, it's more funny than when they're losing. When they're losing, it's still funny.
Yeah. It's still
they are collectively like miserable. But it's so funny because when they're losing, they're collectively miserable, but still optimistic. Like, they're like, okay, we lost this game.
Be all right.
But we lost this game, but we're gonna win the next 10. It's like, wait, you just lost this game by 30. What do you? What do you mean?
Sorry, Knicks fans. It's the truth. You know it's the truth.
It is. And it's so funny. It's so funny because I remember the first time I heard Melo was coming to the Knicks.
Yes.
And I remember, because this is when NYU used to give really good discounted tickets to Knicks games before Melo got to the Knicks. And then as soon as Melo got to the Knicks, NYU was like, no. Knicks prices shot up. Knicks fans just thought, you know what, we're about to take the whole thing this year. We got Melo.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay. And then I remember even more delusional they got when Stoudemire came. And I was like, okay, so you have Melo and you have Stoudemire. We remember how much of a disaster that was.
Yep.
And then it's like every new piece they get, they talk themselves into, okay, we got this. We got this. We got this. When they got Phil Jackson, it was just like, all right. And it's just like, And now with Derrick Rose, it's like, all right, okay. Derrick Rose has no knees. Why are you excited?
It's kind of funny that the Knicks fans were more excited for Derrick Rose than Joakim Noah. And I thought that Joakim Noah was the better signing.
He's healthy.
Right.
He's healthy. Like, even before you jump into stats, even before you jump into the fact that Joakim Noah has been playing basketball consistently, even if you, like, just common sense, he's healthy.
Yes.
Derrick Rose is not. We don't know if Derrick Rose can still play basketball. We don't know. Is the last full – seriously, what year is the last year that Derrick Rose played a full season of basketball? It's been
a long time.
No, really.
I'm really trying to 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
A full season? What about half a season?
I guess last year. I think that was most games he's played.
Was that even a half
since
season?
He started getting injured.
That was a whole half season?
I'm not even sure. Maybe barely.
I want to look that up. I'm going to look that up later. Any of our Twitter people, if you know, let me know how many games Derrick Rose played last year, because we don't know if he's capable of 82 games.
Right.
Or even being optimistic, okay, so all players eventually sit out maybe a game or so. Mm-hmm. But are you capable of a 70-game season? Are you capable of 75? Like, what is your body going to let you do?
Exactly. What else?
But then, yeah. And of course, I'm watching my team to watch, my Bucks.
How they doing?
They are, let me look at their preseason record. Let's see how they're doing. Where are you? They're 2-1. Nice. Currently, preseason standings that don't count for much. They're number 3 seed. So I'm optimistic. We're number 3 seed.
I think they're definitely going to be pretty good.
They have all the pieces.
They really do.
Right? They really have all the pieces. It's just a matter of knowing how to put them together. Mm-hmm. Because they have heights, they have versatility, they have it. They're young.
Yeah.
So we can make this happen.
What do you think about the Warriors so far? Speaking of potential super teams.
I don't want to pass judgment on them yet until the first 5 games of the regular season. Because preseason, like we said, doesn't really count. And with them, I want to see, because how many games has Curry, because I know Curry's been sick. Durant, has he played all the preseason games?
I'm not sure. I believe he played 2. Okay. I have to double check that. But the one game I did see, he was lighting it up. So he's looked pretty good. He's fitting in pretty well.
I want to see all the pieces together, how they play together on the floor. Because you have a lot of people that are greedy for the ball.
Yep.
And a lot of people who not so great on the other side of the ball.
Exactly.
So I need to see all the pieces working together before I pass judgment, because I have a feeling, like, I don't want to put this on them because I don't want to jinx them or anything, but I have a feeling this is going to be a repeat of Miami when Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Chris Bosh all came together. They didn't know how to play well together at first. They had to get used to each other. It took them a season to get used to each other. But the thing is, will Durant give them that season to get used to each other, or is he gone? Like,
right.
If he doesn't get immediate results, is he gone?
Right.
So we'll see how that works out.
It's interesting. Did you see? I'm not sure if you saw the Westbrook Durant's comments actually about the Warriors saying that they're a selfless team, and he's happy to be like amongst selfless players now.
Shots fired!
And Westbrook's response was, "That's cute."
Wow, I didn't see that. Wow, I wish I would have seen that. Shots fired, like, because I mean, we've all talked about how Westbrook did not want to be Durant's shadow. Like, he wanted to be that star player. He wanted to be that franchise face. He wants the attention. He wants the limelight. He wants to take all the shots. He wants to be the superstar. He's like the Batman and Robin thing, but he doesn't want to be Robin. He wants to be Batman.
Exactly.
So, I mean, when Durant was on the Thunder, he never spoke ill of Westbrook. He always said, "That's my guy. We play well together. We know each other. We're best friends." So now it's interesting to see, okay, now that you're out of there,
talking crazy.
Were you lying? Yeah, were you lying? Is that how you really felt this whole time? Like, why didn't you let us know sooner?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling this version of Kevin Durant at all. At all.
But it's gonna make for good basketball. I can't wait.
It really
for Warriors Thunder. It's gonna make for great basketball.
That's gonna be must see TV right there. I think Westbrook's gonna score like 60 points. Honestly,
they're both gonna like make plays for scoring titles that game, because they're gonna go hard or someone's gonna get hurt.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. There's gonna be no in between. It's gonna be Curry, move out of my way. I'm shooting. Like, that's what it's gonna be.
I think I underestimated the Thunder when they traded for Oladipo, because I thought I don't get how it fits. I don't get how he's gonna play with Westbrook, but I think they're kind of very similar in the sense that, like, they both have decent perimeter game and shots, but they could also both slash and dunk on everyone.
But also, I think that Oladipo is going to be fine playing backup. Like, in terms of, all right, Westbrook, if you want the limelight, if you want to be the star, then I'll do whatever is needed to help you do that. He's not the dominant personality. He's not this is my team. It's personality-wise that way, it'll work out.
Right.
So I'm interested. This is going to be like the outtakes off the court and what goes on in front of the media and all that. I'm interested to see how this is going to make good basketball. This is going to be one of the most entertaining seasons probably in my lifetime, because of the antics that are going on behind the scenes off the court. So, and that kind of speaks to how much basketball has changed over the generations. You didn't have all this talk before. Everything was handled on the court.
Exactly. Right.
So this is interesting. It's like loving basketball. It's a soap opera. It's like it's a lot going on. It's a lot.
For sure.
So with these super teams, with best friends, now enemies. Like, what is this? This is a lot. Okay, so we got J.R. Smith.
Yes.
Now let's talk about J.R. Smith's big announcement. Like, first when I saw the announcement for the big announcement, I was like, okay, we all know what this is. Like, did anyone not know what his announcement was going to be? Because it was either going to be, okay, I'm staying with the Cavs or I'm retiring. There were no other options for you. There were no other options. And we all know he's not going to retire yet. Right. So, I mean,
it was no secret. It was no secret.
Back of Cavs.
I love that.
So 4 years. Yeah, 4 years, $57 million. What do you think?
Yeah, I think at first I was like when, the first number I saw was 57, so I was like, oh, and then I saw that it was 4 years, and I was like, oh, okay. But
you thought it was? Wait, did you think it was shorter?
I thought it was 2 or 3 years, and I was like, I was freaking out. I was I was legit concerned for the Cavs' well-being. But no, 4 years, 57 is a little more understandable, you know.
Because if it would have been short, if it would have been like 2-3 years, 57 million, he bullied somebody to get that.
Yes.
Like, he bullied someone.
He would
like straight, and I wouldn't put it past him. Like, straight ran in the front office. Like, you're gonna give me this money.
Fortunately,
and I would not put that past him. He has that Gilbert Arenas, like, no, like, I don't care. That savage, like,
that Agent Zero.
He has that, yes. Because you know what I noticed about Gilbert Arenas? And my friend Sebastian pointed this out to me. This was way after Gilbert Arenas had stopped playing. How much money he was still making.
Yes.
Off his team. I was like, why are we still paying Gilbert Arenas money? What is the last NBA game that Gilbert Arenas played in?
Exactly. It's funny.
So it was just like, Gilbert Arenas' career is on Instagram now. So it was like, why is he still making money off the NBA?
Money.
But I see that for J.R. Smith. That is what I see his future, where I see it headed. Unless he has like that. But that's why I think he's good with LeBron. Yeah. LeBron is gonna... what it makes me think of is when you see those parents with their kids on leashes. That's what I think about when I think of J.R. Smith. LeBron has him on a leash. Like, okay. All right. Now I pushed for the Cavs to re-sign you. Now look, stay in your lane this season. We're not going to do a repeat of you and Melo. That's not happening here.
Right.
This is my team, mine. So like that's he needs that.
Yeah.
Because he's a child, so he needs that.
For sure. I think Bron is like, oh man. You really put it best with the kid on the leash. But he's also like that. He's like that Texas high school football dad whose son is really good, or he thinks his son is really good, and he just shows up at the coach's office like, all right, you need to play my son. And that's basically what he did to Dan Gilbert. He was just like, all right, you need to pay my son.
Yeah. And that's what he needs. Because otherwise, so if LeBron wouldn't have stepped in and said, re-sign him, there was nowhere for J.R. Smith to go.
Nope.
Because I don't think any other team, okay, not even talking basketball where he fits, but in terms of personality where he fits, I don't know any other team that wants that headache.
I don't even know any fan base that wants.
He's a lot. He is a lot.
Actually, no. Knicks fans would have taken him back.
I don't know. I think they're scarred. He's on the court untying people's sneakers. This is this guy. Like, who? How? When I say he is a child, I am not joking.
Right. It's very childish.
He unties people's sneakers. How old are you?
I don't get it.
It's so bad. Like, even his daughter knows. Like,
right.
My dad is a lot. I know, but he's trying. Like, he's
Right.
Like, guys beyond her years. Like, guys, I know my dad is a lot. I know. I know. But I'm happy he got this ring now because I wasn't sure. I don't know.
Right? Look,
But
I'm just waiting for the J.R. Smith biopic. That's all.
God. I'm trying to think who would play J.R. Smith. Oh God. I'm not ready for that. Oh God. Like, I don't want that. Like, I don't want this biopic. I don't want this. J.R. Smith would probably play himself.
He probably would.
He probably wouldn't want anybody else to play him. He'd play himself. But I'm happy for him. You got your contract. You got your money. Yeah. You're locked in. So I'm happy for you. Let's see what happens this season.
Yeah.
What about, okay. So we spoke a little bit about Derrick Rose on the court.
Right.
Let's speak about him in the court.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What is going on?
Oh, the story is such a mess. It started in Chicago. Nobody really said anything about it. Chicago media kept it hush. I guess because, he was their boy. And then now it's a complete mess. He thinks it's not a big deal. And then everyone's kind of telling him, this is a big deal. And he's like, it's like he's not even listening. It's crazy.
Once he said, "What is consent?" I said, "You know what, Brittany? Close your computer, turn off, put the do not disturb on your phone, and just sign off of life for today." Because what?
It's so bad.
What is consent? What? As a grown man, you are not sure what consent is, but you are so sure you did not rape this woman.
Right.
But you don't know what consent is, but you know you did not rape her. How does that make sense? Because you don't know if she gave you consent because you don't know what it is. And then there was debates on whether he was actually colorblind or what kind of colorblind he was. And I was like, what? I'm tired. I'm tired.
What is that even?
But the crazy thing is, okay, so to take it out of sports for a minute,
mm-hmm.
You see what's going on with Nate Parker and Birth of a Nation.
Mm-hmm.
You see how he is crashing and burning.
Yeah.
Because of his, he's just so disconnected from this whole rape allegation, and he's very, non-remorseful. He's very just cold about it. And just not taking it seriously, and he's suffering for it. So I would think if I'm Derrick Rose and I see all that is going on over mm-hmm. there, let me look at that as an example of what not to do.
Right.
And do something different. But it's like, it's like he's looking at Nate Parker like, you know what? That's the way. That's it.
Basically, yeah.
I got it. I just don't care.
I don't get it. I don't get being rich. Being a rich male in America. The examples that we've seen, including a certain orange man, it's just really bad. It's terrible. Treatment of women is just it's terrible. I don't get that. With more money, you feel like you can kind of just do anything you want and have no law. And just when somebody questions you on it or calls you on it, you're like,
oh, I didn't know. I didn't know.
What's that? What's a law?
Yeah.
What?
Because it's you're like, what is consent? Look it up.
Come on.
Let me tell you, one of my favorite podcasts, The Read, mm-hmm. Kid Fury says, Google, she never stops working. She is 24/7. Yep. She works all day long. Yep. Look it up. If you don't know what it is, look up a definition.
Easy.
So that's not a defense. Oh, I didn't know, so I couldn't have raped her because I didn't know what it was. But then, this lawyer, what kind of lawyer is this that would even let their client get up on the stand and use that as a defense? What kind of lawyer are you? I want to see where you went to law school. I want to make sure you actually went.
It's unbelievable. It really is. It's unbelievable. Like the only cases where, the only cases where like a lawyer would allow their client to like, basically, hey, you know what, just say what's on your mind, is if they know that my client's like guilty beyond anything that I can do.
Like he did it.
Right.
But it's like even still, like I don't think I, as a grown man, could get up on the stand and say, "Oh, I don't know what it is." Because look it up. There's no reason for you not to know what it is. There's no reason. Look it up. Do your Googles. Do some homework. Because this doesn't make sense.
Nope.
But I don't know what that means for the beginning of the next season. I don't know.
Right. It's a big cloud for them.
Yeah. Even if during this trial, even if he plays, is his mind going to fully be on the court? And then that's dangerous for a player like Derrick Rose because your body is already not 100%. So if your mind is not 100% as well, you're more likely to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So Phil Jackson, I don't know. You took a risk with this one. Took a big risk with this one. Because I don't remember off the top of my head what Derrick Rose's contract was, but what are the Knicks gonna do if he gets injured? What are you gonna do? I don't know.
They didn't bring Brandon Jennings in expecting him to play 50+ game or expecting him to play starter minutes,
Right.
So
I don't think he's mature enough for one to play starter minutes. And
right.
The other thing is, the last time I really doubted Phil Jackson, he ended up proving me wrong. We'll see if it happens this time. Porzingis.
True. Yeah.
That was the last time I really was like, so what are you doing?
Yeah. Yep.
Of all the people left on the board, you could have drafted. This is where you went. And he proved me wrong. So we'll see how this Derrick Rose thing turns out. But Porzingis, you are the bright spot for the Knicks right now.
Honestly, the one shining star for them at this point.
I mean, I guess that's better than nothing.
True.
So we'll see. Knicks, good luck to you this season. Good luck. I will be definitely looking at Knicks Twitter. So.
Oh yes, all season.
Okay.
All season.
Football. I've been kind of busy these past couple of weeks, so you're my football guide. What's going on? Let's start with the Pats.
So the Patriots had 4 games without Tom Brady because of a suspension. 3 games.
Gate
and
over.
Yeah, right. And somehow
they ended up with an amazing backup quarterback.
Somehow.
Where does that happen?
And then this backup quarterback gets hurt, misses a game, and again, somehow they still won. They end up losing the week before he came back. And of course, when he did come back, they destroyed, and he put up huge numbers. So basically, nothing happened to the Patriots. Nothing. They're top of the AFC East. They lost nothing.
So I am not a believer in the Illuminati, but if I was, Bill Belichick is wholeheartedly a part of it. You sold your soul to someone to keep ending up with all this like good fortune. I don't understand it. In what world is your backup quarterback good? In what world?
Sense.
When does that happen? To the point where I think by like week 2, Pats fans were like, you know what? We might not be mad if Brady doesn't come back. Like, in what world? What other team has that?
It's insane. It really is. And
where you are okay if your starting quarterback does not come back. What world?
It's like I don't understand, honestly.
No one knew this guy's name. No one knew Garoppolo's name.
No.
Where it was like, what? He's good?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, Bill Belichick is the Illuminati. I'm very much convinced. He sold his soul.
Once they win a game with their third string quarterback, I think people understood.
If that happens, I'm writing a letter to Roger Goodell. Like, look, fearless.
Yeah.
Go tear the Pats organization apart because somebody is lying about something. If they win a game with your third string, no.
The Texans, as bad as they are terrible. They are one of the worst teams in the NFL. They lost to a third string quarterback. It's still, there's no excuse for that. There's no, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah. Patriots are amazing. So
they make me sick.
They basically won the AFC East already. They're in the playoffs. They
make me sick.
They basically clinched already, thanks to everybody else in the AFC East.
And what is this? Week 6 coming up. This is week 6, and you already know, your eyes are on the Super Bowl at week 6.
Exactly.
This is disgusting.
It's a joke.
They make me sick. They're just, and as a football fan, you can't even hate.
Yeah, it's impressive.
I come close. Because it's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of disgusting,
mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the Jets. Oh my God. What happens against the Steelers? What happens? 31-13.
I think I've concluded that they're just not good.
We don't want to be good.
They're just not. I think somebody said it really great. Because he's had Todd Bowles. This is his second year trying to clean up the mess that Rex Ryan made. And they're just no, it was actually a really bad mess.
I know. It was George Bush mess that Obama had to clean. Right, it's that.
That type of stuff. Exactly. So he's trying to clean that up, and everyone, wanted them to be good this year. We wanted to believe that they could make the playoffs, but in reality, it's just no, they're not that great still. Ryan Fitzpatrick has been unbelievably bad.
But the sad part is,
in the NFL.
The sad part is Todd Bowles is not going to get time to fix Rex Ryan's mess. I believe a firing is coming soon.
I don't know. I think there would be.
I don't think it'll happen. I don't. Depending on what the record is at the end of the season, mm-hmm. which I'm not too optimistic about, I'm seeing a firing coming. If he does not get fired this season, if he doesn't have a winning record next season,
mm-hmm.
I don't see him again. I don't see him coming back.
I agree. I think
because
if next year they it goes kind of like it's going right now, which it seems like it's going to be 4 or 5 wins, then yeah, he's done. I think if they were fired after this year, it would be a huge mistake because that'll just be going into Browns territory.
Time to fix this mess. You can't fix this mess in 2 seasons.
I will say this though: if they're going to fire him for and have somebody else in mind, then they better get David Shaw from Stanford. I think.
See,
mm-hmm.
because this goes back into debate that Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith had.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was maybe 2 or so years ago, something like that. How hard the NFL is on Black head coaches.
Yeah,
they don't get a lot of. I'm saying we, I'm there with them, but they don't get a lot of the time and leeway and slack that a lot of other coaches get.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm not so optimistic about them giving the time he needs to fix this mess, because you need time to trade for players. You need time to draft new talent. You need time to gel them together to figure out what system works for you. You need time to draw up new plays to figure out what works best for your players. You need time. He needs a couple of seasons to get things together, but will front office give him that time?
Who knows? It's tough. I mean, if he got hired the same year as the Falcons' current head coach, Dan Quinn, and the Falcons right now look unreal. Like, their offense is the best offensive team in the NFL. Julio Jones is next level. He just had 2 weeks ago 300 yards receiving.
Like, the Falcons. So the Dirty Birds, we know my family's from New Orleans, so I'm a Saints fan by association. So I hate all things Dirty Birds. But I can't I can't it bothers me how good they are.
Yeah.
It bothers me. But the other thing with them too is like they hit like a brick wall. They get good. And then when it comes playoff time or time to make a Super Bowl run, it's like, what happens? So I want to see if they're able to turn that around this season. That'll be interesting because, again, as a football fan, I can't even hate. They make for entertaining football. So I would like to see if they can make a decent playoff run.
I think they're different this year, but not because Matt Ryan is one quarterback that, as good as he is at times, I don't actually believe in him at all in terms of like being a Super Bowl winning quarterback because he's choked. Like, it's happened before, and I think it'll happen again. But I think their running game has improved a lot since, past years they've been in the playoffs. Devonta Freeman is ridiculous. And Julio Jones is getting better somehow. So I don't know. Maybe they'll win a game this year.
Yeah, we'll see. I think the playoffs will be interesting this year.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the Jets won't be there, but
yeah, that's fine.
Well, I kind of expected that. Because there were talks last week about, so after the Steelers game, there were talks like, are we out of the playoffs for good, or is it too early to tell? Can we test that? No, we're out.
We're out.
Like, I can say that with confidence. We're out. I know we're coming up on week 6, but I would just start looking toward next season.
I think they should start playing the younger players. They should start getting people experience because there's no point.
I tried. I held on for as long as I could to no, it's still early. No, it's not. I tried to be optimistic. And we don't even look like we're close to being good. We had some bright spots, and we have some things that'll definitely help us next season, but over. It's over.
I think they know what they have to improve. They know that Sheldon Richardson shouldn't be playing outside linebacker. They know that they need like a real outside linebacker that's a pass rusher. They know that they need a real quarterback. Real quarterback.
I feel like until we fix that problem, we're never gonna succeed. Because I mean, how can you make the playoffs without a quarterback?
Can't.
Or not even in the playoffs. How can you get to the playoffs?
Exactly.
So once the quarterback issue is fixed, everything else will fall in line. So we need to, I don't know what's it going to take for us to be able to draft a high-level quarterback. We need a number 1 pick somehow.
Just tell Fitzpatrick to pass 50 times every game for the rest of the season. We'll be right there at number 1. Number one pick.
That's what we need. That's honestly what we need. If in this year's draft or 2017 draft, if we could get a number one pick or a number two pick, anywhere in top 5, and could get a decent quarterback, then not decent. We need better than decent.
A life-changing quarterback.
Yeah. So
it's interesting.
Everything else will fall in line.
Right. So right now they've been rumored with so the Cowboys, their quarterback Dak Prescott, who's in for Tony Romo right now, and he's playing amazing.
Yes.
But the Cowboys are like weird about whether or not he's going to keep starting, which makes no sense because he's actually playing well, and Tony Romo wasn't really playing that well last year when he was healthy.
Right.
So they're being weird about that, but some people have said that the Jets might be interested in a trade for Tony Romo.
What?
Yeah, some people have.
You know what?
I'm just gonna move past that one because I don't even know what to say about
that. I can't even form sentences. What? We made such bad decisions. Like you already words. I can't even get them out.
Right.
So we had years of Mark Sanchez, mediocre quarterback. We had oh Jesus. Like I'm like having flashbacks. We had years of mediocreness. Like, okay, Mark Sanchez. We had Tim Tebow. We had who else do we have? We have Fitz. We had Gino.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. Yeah.
And now you want Tony Romo. This is what you want.
But they're rumor, so maybe they're not interested at all. But right now that might be the only.
Oh, we had Michael Vick. I forgot about him.
Right.
Right. We just have not made good decisions.
No, they haven't.
And now that just made me mad. Tony Romo?
Right. I mean, so
this is what you want to do to Jets fans. Like, this is what you want. This is what you don't want us to be happy. You can't.
No, they don't.
If that's your solution, that quarterback problem. So go get another mediocre quarterback.
They don't really care about us. Michael Jackson said it best.
We can't have nice things. We can't. We don't want nice things.
So
I would just take. Yeah, I would. Yeah, go ahead.
It seems like it's either going to be in terms of in-season quarterback acquisition. If they are going to do anything, that it would either be that or Phillip Rivers. But the Chargers just won the other day, and they seem pretty excited about the rest of their season because they've been playing well, but they've just been losing by a couple points every week. So if they're picking things up again, I don't think Phillip Rivers is going to want to leave. So that is scrapped. So basically, Jets fans should either the only change at quarterback that could possibly happen is in season getting Romo, which I don't know if Jerry Jones wants to do because he seems like he likes him, or just the draft. And
the draft is kind of a long shot.
Yeah. I mean, they just have to be this bad for the rest of the season. And even then, I think the Texans might be worse. But we'll see. There are 2 quarterbacks that are going to be available in this draft that I think could be really good starters, and Deshaun Watson and Deshaun Kaiser. And I think Deshaun Watson should be the only thing the Jets should be trying to do in the draft. They should be only trying to get him if they are going to have a top 5 pick.
At this point, it's just put me in. Let me throw. We can't get any worse. Just put me in. Let me throw. That's it. Some extra padding so I look a little bigger. But put me in because we can't get any worse. So, like, what do you have to lose? Just put me in because this is ridiculous. Like, I have like no hope. Like, I'm just defeated. Like, I have no hope. I have to laugh to keep from crying.
Basically,
it's just all bad.
Yeah.
But in better news, happier news, I am so happy for Colin Kaepernick. Yes, you have been blacker than black, than black, than black, than black, than black, and it paid off because now you are starting again.
Yep. Just like
you got your job back, and Black Twitter could not be more excited. The memes were flying after that announcement, and I'm just happy. Like, I'm so happy for him that paid off. Now I'm hoping he puts up the numbers he needs to keep his job. Because if he loses his job again, Black Twitter will riot.
Yeah.
So I need him to put up those numbers.
Yeah. I think if he plays well,
if he plays, can we trade for him some sort of way? Like, I will take care of you. Like, can we?
His contract is up after this year, so he's actually going to be a free agent because after that restructure, so he's going to have the option to leave at the end of the year. So if he plays well, he's gonna get money. He's going to get a good contract.
I'd rather him than Romo.
I would definitely rather him. I actually would have rather him the entire offseason. And he was an option for trade, but the Jets didn't want to make the trade. And
can we?
It's interesting because the Jets now have, and I don't know if you saw this on Twitter, 2 players that are openly, publicly Trump supporters. And if he were to come to the Jets, I must have
mentally blocked that out. I totally must have, because I do follow the Jets on Twitter. I follow a lot of the players, so I totally must have mentally blocked that out.
Yeah, Nick Mangold and Eric.
I must have just scrolled right past it.
Right. So
that's why we can't be great. That has to be it.
Clearly. Also, their owner Woody Johnson, like, is a Republican donor, so he's also supporting Trump. But yeah, so I mean, if Colin Kaepernick were to come to the Jets, there would immediately be issues, I think, in terms of
never mind.
That never stuff.
Mind. I don't even want to put him through that. Like, never mind.
Hey, the way I see it, you can trade Nick Mangold and Eric Decker for some great players.
What?
Honestly, I don't think Nick Mangold's a great player. He's been a great Jet, but he's not as effective now. He's getting older. Eric Decker is a great wide receiver. There are also great wide receivers in the draft. So if you think it's going to be an issue and you think you have a potential, like, franchise-changing quarterback that you can get, then you get rid of the problem that you think could possibly happen.
So that's the end of our podcast, and I'm like, that totally just made me upset. Because I totally didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because that is totally the reason we can't have nice things. We couldn't, because we started off with, like, a little bit of hope. Like, okay, we're winning a couple games. We look good, sort of, on one side of the ball. But now I see it's because we have devil worshippers on our team. That's what it is. This is the problem. We have devil worshippers. We have Trump supporters. They are one and the same. So that's why we can't have nice things.
Exactly.
Because we have devil worshippers.
Too bad.
Like, how? What? Why?
It's interesting. A lot of people they just don't talk about it. They just act. They're just like, it's fine.
We're here to play football.
It's not right. It's not a football topic, and it's not creating division in the locker room because we haven't seen anything. We haven't seen any of the division. But no, Muhammad Wilkerson is a Muslim football player, and Eric Decker and Nick Mangold are Trump supporters openly and publicly. So,
and we know how Trump feels about Muslim policing and
Exactly. So if people are going to act like there isn't a problem, they're ridiculous. Like, obviously, he cannot be
I feel
okay
like,
with that.
yeah, I feel like all that is you're holding it in, and eventually it will blow up.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I'm writing a letter. I'm going to write a letter and mail it to the Jets front office. Like, this is what I think you should do. I'm going to give them a 5-year plan. I'm going to give them a 5-year plan. These are people I think you need to keep your eye on. These are people I think you need to look at in the draft. These are people that I would potentially trade for in season. This is who I would get rid of. I'm going to restructure the whole entire team and send them a 5-year plan.
Yep.
And if they do not take my plan, they're stupid. Because we can't get any worse. So you might as well take a shot. Like, you know what? Mm-hmm. You can blame me if it goes wrong. Just blame me. But I will wholeheartedly take that because Jets front office is not making good decisions anyway.
Exactly.
So, because Tony Romo, really? I haven't gotten over that. Romo.
It's a rumor.
Even if it is a rumor. Even if it is.
It's not a rumor anybody wants to hear.
Like, I probably would not watch any game. Like, I would stop watching Jets games. I would stop. Like, if Tony Romo was my starting quarterback, I would stop watching Jets games.
It would be very depressing.
Because you know what, Giants fan, I would become a Giants fan. Like, because you can't want me as a fan if you're going to keep breaking my heart. You can't. You just can't. Like, the problem is mediocre quarterbacks. Why do we keep targeting mediocre quarterbacks? Like, okay, you took a chance on Geno Smith. You probably didn't realize he was mediocre just yet. But Tim Tebow, but Fitz, like, come on. All after Mark Sanchez.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yep.
Come on.
It's crazy.
I'm over the Jets. Forget you, Jets. Forget you. You have broken my heart for the last time.
Well, on the bright side, we have some good young pieces.
I don't even want to hear it. Like, I don't want to hear it.
Darren Lee's playing well. Quincy, we have some. We have an idea
now. We don't have a quarterback.
We'll take care of that.
We don't have one.
We don't have to worry about that, right? You don't need quarterbacks either, all right?
I'm gonna put together some game tape of me throwing in the park and see if they'll pick me up. Since they want mediocre quarterback, I probably could be a little average. Could be average. I've been throwing since I was 3.
Right.
I can be a little average. I'm a little small. I would definitely need you to block for me because I can't take getting sacked. I can't handle that. But I mean, I can't be any worse than you already have. So that's what we have going forward. Mm-hmm. Jets, we're out of the playoffs. Just look to our next season.
Yep.
It really bothers me to say that, like, not even halfway through the season. But
if they can miraculously turn it around and make the playoffs, it would be like the greatest season in Jets history.
How?
So, but yeah, that's the question.
How?
And it's impossible.
Fitz would have to, like, I don't even know what Fitz would have to. Fitz would just have to be a whole
Tim Tebow would have to pray for him. That's what would have to happen. Oh. He would have to lay hands on his right arm.
Tim Tebow couldn't pray for himself.
No, it's okay. Tim Tebow's playing baseball. He's chasing his dreams. He's a happy man now. All right.
But his dream was to be an NFL quarterback.
He's chasing his other dream, his secondary dream.
So what happened to praying for that one?
See, obviously the answer was no. So.
Oh God. Well, you know what? Let's see how this baseball dream turns out before I let him pray over the Jets.
That's true. Yeah.
We don't want premature prayers. wait. Like, I don't know if your prayers actually work. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, at least he's a likable guy.
And that's the sad part. He's so likable.
Yeah.
And just such bad luck.
Honestly.
But I don't know.
We'll see.
But I'm depressed. I'm depressed now. So
they're playing in prime time Monday night. So we'll get to see all of the worst parts of the Jets in prime time. The whole world is going to see.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay. I don't know. I probably won't even watch the whole game because I can't handle it.
I don't think.
We're playing the Cardinals.
Yeah. And they have a bad record, but they're not bad at all. Not in the least.
Right.
And Bruce Arians is Todd Bowles' father, so.
So for real, this is the end of our podcast. This has been Sportsballers Radio. I don't even remember what episode this is. We can call this episode "Tracks of Britney's Tears." Yeah, I don't have anything else because I'm tired. This football conversation has made me tired. Like it's Harry Potter weekend on TV. So I don't have it. Like I don't have it in me.
You see what you did, Jets?
I'm
see what you did?
You broke me. Like I don't have it. I don't. So I don't know about you, Dan. You seem a lot more optimistic than me. You're obviously a better Jets fan than me.
Who knows? Maybe we'll win like. How many games do you have left? Maybe we'll just go undefeated the rest of the season. Who knows?
No. Okay, no, really. This has been Sportsballers Radio. Undefeated the rest of the season. Do you honestly believe that we could do that?
Not
without God himself being our quarterback. That is the only way we could do that. If God himself came down and threw for the Jets.
And at this point, I feel like he would just, like, I don't even, with all the political, I'm done.
God is obviously not a Jets fan.
I don't know.
He's not a Jets fan. God has turned his back. He has turned a deaf ear to the Jets.
I want to be mad at him.
Yeah.
I want to be mad at him for that.
Yeah, Jets prayers gets no higher than the ceiling. Our calls go to voicemail.
Nope.
I feel like until we get the devil worshippers out, it's gonna stay that way.
Right.
We gotta get them out.
We need to cleanse. They need to cleanse. They need to cleanse it.
Yes.
My church is open, guys, on Sundays.
I'm gonna go throw holy water off the walls of the light.
Jets players, you guys can come through. I know Quincy, you'll be comfortable. It's mostly Nigerian. You guys can all come through. Let's work through this.
I can't.
Let's work through this together.
And if you're a Trump supporter, listen to this. I wholeheartedly meant to offend you. I wholeheartedly meant to. I do not apologize. I am not sorry. I am not sorry. I am not sorry. I wholeheartedly meant to offend you. So if you are hurt, too bad. You're on the wrong side.
Basically.
Let's get out of here, Dan. Because this is going left.
See you guys next time.
Yeah.